I got everything I need. Alrighty. Guess we got fuel, got water. Should be alright. Off we go. Damn, restream's fucking up. Alright. Guess we're off. Twitch is not working. What the hell? Always something. Okay, now it says live. All right. Oh, I'm situated here. Lumbar support in the right place. Okay, where's my wave? The other direction, huh? Wow, it's a long way away. We got a long trip ahead of us. Long trip. Okay, let's power up, get out of the atmosphere. This is going to take a while. But I'm out of chromite. None left on my territory here. This is the closest place to mine it. job. Course adjustment here once we blow past the since wasting fuel. Probably gonna need it. 160 SU. God, I wish I had a warp drive. Wonder what one costs. I sure as hell don't have the resources to make one yet. It don't have. So we should be able to break out of here and get into just break out of just break down, reset our trajectory here. It's a long way to go. Sure hope we got plenty of fuel. Gonna find out. Whoops. Let's start braking here. Get our trajectory going the right direction. I'm bringing along a territory unit, a couple of refiners, and a couple medium boxes so I can collect some tier 2 ores, get them refined while I'm here. Don't have to carry back the raw ore. Save a little cargo room. We are going to break down here so we can go toward the planet we want to go to without getting sucked into the damn warp. Okay, we ought to be able to, let's see, we'll change our, alright. Ah, we're going the right way. So we're going the other way. Sucking us down. That's how it treats us. Firm burn till we get up into warp, have to cut her back and try to save some fuel. I don't have freight engine, so I'm going to burn quite a bit of fuel at high. Just let the speed keep increasing. Let it climb, baby. We got a long way to go. That is a long way. Farther than we've gone before, that's for sure. Oh well. Oh, what's a person to do? Yeah, this is going to take a while. Definitely need a warp drive, don't you? I'm going to have to check on it. I got a couple million credits, so I can actually look at buying one, I guess. Even though I don't, I'd be buying fuel cells for it too, because I do not have the resources to make one yet. I've got the units, the industry, but I do not have the materials. I'll have to see which cheaper. Now I will have to stay awake for this, I guess. Damn, this is going to be a pretty boring trip. Pretty boring trip. Yep, gonna be boring. I'm not even sure we need thrust now. We were out here and yeah, it's going to slow down if I don't at least run it on 10% in it. So we don't want to zero it yet. I want to do that. Don't want to do it. Alright, well, I guess we just sit back and yeah, I didn't realize it's going to be this long a trip. Damn. But while we were here, we could check the market for, let's see, warp. Whoops, how about we hit the right key buttons, huh? Warp drive. What's a warp drive cost? 1.5 million credits. Those are buy orders. Sell orders, they're wanting 5.5 million credits. Wow. space it takes up. 31 tons. Well, I can get off the ground with it. Damn. $5.5 million credits. What do warp cells cost? Huh, that's not a bad price. Oh no. Wonder how they would list ships. It'd be an element, wouldn't it? Blueprints. High-tech transportation. Nope. Blueprints. So blueprints don't show up. How about ship? Holograms. Well, that's kind of useless. Under. I think a ship would be an element. Don't know what it would be under. I don't know where we would look up Just don't know. Transfer unit. Okay, that's how I could sell ships, I guess. Put in a dispenser. Pretty much. Oh, well. It's going to take us a long time to get there. I would sure think we could just drift. But obviously not. Well, to a point we can, but we're losing speed instead of increasing. Yeah, this trip really needs to be made with the warp drive, doesn't it? Huh. Closest place though that has a chromite on it. Maybe I should just buy some shit. We have a long distance achievement here. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we are getting closer. But we are still a long way away. Yeah, this is going to get boring. I mean, we traveled a grand total of 10 SU. Say wow. Just wow. Yeah, I'm gonna get bored with this. Yes. I surely won't know what to die way out here. Yeah. It'll be a long way to fetch this ship. Hey, damn. Long way to go. Awfully long way. Ugh. Person get old doing this. Yep. Person get mighty old traveling this distance. And I really don't know how much fuel I would burn this kind of distance. So I would prefer, of course, there'd be fuel here probably. There is a market, at least one. There is a market here. Is there just one market? Why aren't you showing the system zone? How's that? Come on. Just one market? One market. Nope, two markets. Possibly, looks like two markets. There's one on three markets. So there's three markets here. Possibly one, two, possibly four, three, four. Four markets. Yeah, four markets. So, about that? Still a long fucking way away. I don't think it'll give me my max speed. No. Nope. Yeah, this is gonna be awfully boring. I need warp drives. That's what one needs. What's the beacon cost? Damn. 128 meter Space Corps unit large. So I'd have to build a large Space Corps first. So the odds are not good that's going to happen. So what's the white warp drive going to do? Without a beacon at a big space. So yeah, the warp drive just really isn't in my future, is it? Not really going to be in my future for a while to make a large space construct. Wow. It's the only way you can utilize the warp drive. Do they have other size warp beacons? Let me see. Let's see what we got here. All we got's extra large. So yeah. What do these take? 10. Yeah. Sulfide plastic. That I can make. I doubt if I can make that. I can make that. I can make some of the parts for it now. Exotic frame. Can I Mangaloy? Nope. Never have seen these two materials yet. Or that catalyst. So nope. Can't make a beacon. Okay, well, live and learn. Not a possibility, but boy, you mean to tell me we got to travel this length of distance? This is bad as Star Citizen. Of course, I could burn a little faster, I guess. I just don't know how much fuel. I'd rather make this trip knowing I have enough fuel. Now I have fuel in my inventory, but I didn't bring that much extra. Not even a full tank full. So, and I can't make any unless, well, I possibly could, I guess. I don't know if you can make space fuel in your nano pack. You can make atmospheric fuel. Whoops. No. Let's try for fuel. Nope, it's got to be made in a chemical. I thought so. We can make atmospheric fuel, but we cannot make space fuel without a chemical industry. So, not even, whoops, not even an option really. Say, huh? However, there is a market here and I can buy fuel. It's probably some ungodly price. Probably is. You got X1 in this, doesn't really matter. 24. But it's on Thetis. May not be any on Thetis. I wish we could list by place. Would be nice. Sort by place, I should say. Yeah, if we could sort by place. See, there may not be any here, and maybe we can sort by place, but I don't see how or where or. Planet's called Thades. And I see several different places marked, but I don't see anything called Thades. Yeah, what we need is a search by marketplace. That'd be a nice feature. Thades. 216 a unit. So you figure 1,600 units a tank, 3,600 units. I got, yeah, that would be really expensive. Oh, wait, yeah. Quit moving on me, damn it. How can I read the thing? See, somebody might have bought it already. I would say that somebody bought it out. Pricks. Oops, there it is. Yeah, that's kind of 216. I should have brought a bunch with me to sell. Damn. Guess we know in the future, huh? Guess we know in the future. Just stack up on Kurgan space fuel and make a killing on Thades. In the meantime, I ain't spending that much money to buy it, so I'm conserving mine. Although I do believe I don't need 583 days worth of just speed. Just 10% thrust kicked it down to 28 hours, which is not going to take us an hour to get that distance, but this way we'll keep accelerating, so what the hell. Although time's coming down. No way I'm going into a full burn. I don't care how fast I'll go. $72. It shouldn't take me an hour to get there. I mean, I'm traveling at 7,200 kilometers an hour. And what are we, 100 times 141? Oh, we're pretty far away here. Yeah, we need 7,000 kilometers an hour. Because you figure kilometers, let's see, every Oh God, an SU is what, 200 kilometers, roughly. So 200 times, yeah, 100. Yeah, we're long. Yeah, we may need every bit of this fuel with a burn going on. I don't think. Yeah, yeah. SU is roughly 200 kilometers. One SU, 200 kilometers. Yeah, that's not good. This is a long, long trip. Yep, very long trip. Huh. I wish I could say we're at the halfway point, but we've only traveled about 20 SU from where we left the sanctuary moon. Yeah, we've covered about 20. I think it was 160 when we started, or thereabouts. A little over 160 from the moon. Wow. Yeah, this trip will probably finish tomorrow. One thing about logging out in dual universe, you do log back in at the same place. Now, being we're in a ship, the ship will be stopped. Wherever we log back, whenever we log out, it'll stop right there, and we'll have to fire it back up. But no damage done. The only time you get in trouble logging out is when you log out in the atmosphere, or you log out over a moon, close to a moon surface. Sometimes, if you're not quick enough, you can't catch it before it plunges into the ground. But in this case, we're in the middle of space, nothing around us. We'll just log right back in on top of our seat. We won't be in the seat, but we will be on the seat. No harm, no foul. Log in and out anywhere. This is a long distance, no doubt about it. And I didn't realize that I thought we could put beacons places and warp to them once we got far enough along, but obviously you have to have a space construct, a large space construct, which means a very big space station to put a warp beacon in it for you, even once you get a warp drive, to be able to warp to it. So, I don't think I'll be doing that for a while. Especially a large space station. Now, we're not talking a little bitty one. We're not talking a medium-sized one. We're talking large. Hell, this ship is only built on a small core. Both my other ships are extra smalls. Although I will say this ship took the whole core, or the whole grid, and not because of the ship, but because of the wings. I put these stabilizers on it, large stabilizers for the lift, so it can carry cargo easy, or carry a medium-sized cargo box when I fill it up with mining. It can get into atmosphere easy. But the width of them wings is the same width of a small dynamic core. So if you're wondering how big a small core is, there you go. Just look at them wings. The only way I could get them wings on this ship was to do what I did, was to place them on top and put them completely together, and they just fit. And we're talking, if I spaced them one space out, they went red, they would not place. So I probably should have built this ship on a medium core, but I didn't want it that damn big overall. It's really, I mean, it looks bigger on the ground, but it's really not that big a ship, as you can see. the command chair in front, but it does have a medium box in it. It's got a bunch of medium gas tanks in it, as you can see. So it's really, I mean, I call it a medium cargo runner. Say it will get off the ground with a full load of ore. Cargo box max. My cargo box max is what, 84,000 liters, I think it is. What my skill points are set at, so I think they start at what, 64,000. So yeah, I've gained some with talents. And because it does get really, really heavy when it's full. I mean, it's pretty heavy empty.
Was wondering what size core for building my ship.
Yeah, this one is...
Got good idea now.
Yeah, Doug, this one is on a small core. So, believe it or not, my other ship, both my other ships are on extra small. You can get quite a bit. You'd be surprised, you know what I mean, how big the ships can be. The size of the grid is the same as the size that a static core is. If you open up an extra small static core just to see the grid, you'll see how big the grid is on the extra small ship. The grids I have found are the same, whether it's a static core or a dynamic core. So, but you can't build outside the grid. I don't care if you've got on your base or on a ship, you can't exceed the grid. You're allowed to the grid. And like I say, this ship's it looks small here in space, but it really is pretty good size on the ground. Like I say, and the wing spread here is grid to grid each side. There's no room for separating the wings. So, and like I say, it's much bigger than it appears here. I mean, this is looking out the front window. You see what I'm saying? It's not all that, you know. This is, as you can tell, this is true to life when you're inside of it. What, you know, so it's not all. It looks small, but it's really not all that small. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it amazed me that, you know. So I don't know. I can say it will fool you, but here it looks small. It doesn't look like it's very big. But those two, the wings on it are stabilizers. They're large, biggest ones in the game. The 4 atmospheric motors that aren't burning right now, those are large. The 6 space engines that are lit up, those are mediums. It has a medium box inside of it. I think the tanks are 1,600 liters each. It's got four fuel tanks in it, 1,600 liters each. It's the boosters, the vertical boosters on this are large. They're pretty good size. The atmospheric brakes you see there in the middle, those are large. So the ship, it fools you looking at it in space. It just doesn't look very big, but you can see the character there, my tune in the command seat.
Was just going to ask you about the container.
Yeah, the container.
Thanks for that info.
Yeah, the container in this one is a medium size, and it takes. Now, when you get building a ship, you have to remember empty. If you put a container on it, it is completely different empty than it is when it's full. You can actually have a flyable ship when it's empty and fill the container up, and it won't get off the ground. Or if it does get off the ground, it flies terribly because it's overweight. You don't have enough thrust. So I've got the point now I can guess. You know what I mean? But when you start out, you are going to struggle with thinking you have enough thrust, you have enough lift, and then you go even a small container.
That's why you have the 4 engines?
Yes, because what happens is, even though it will fly and get into space real easy, when it's empty, I only need 2 engines will get it into space easily, and the normal size medium wings will get this ship into space until I put cargo in it. Now it struggles. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I have more thrust than I need. For the simple reason is I have to be able to, I want this ship to be able to get into space. You see what I'm saying? I'm using it as cargo to haul my ore from different planets. Because not ore, you know, you run out of ore. Like my territory unit on the moon, I am already out of tier 2 ore on it. So the only way for me to collect it is to go get it elsewhere to buy it. So I go get it. Now I'm out of chromite. And the nearest planet that has chromite is where I'm headed right now. This is why I'm on this trip. I didn't realize it was going to take forever. But this is the closest place that I can mine chromite. Now I'll fill up the cargo hold with chromite. I'll mine, you know what I mean? And then I'll take it back, and it'll last me a good while because 84,000 liters of chromite's gonna, you know, it's gonna make a lot of stainless steel. But that's why I'm heading here, because I actually depleted my sanctuary territory of chromite.
That's a ways to travel for 1 ore.
Yes, it is. I was, you know, I knew it was a long way, but I had no idea it was 160 SU. We've only traveled about, what, 30 SU of it? Now, I've got a blueprint for a small ship. Depends on what you look, a little ship that's made out of an extra small, that it's at my base. You can go take a look at it. It's sitting there. It's got a extra small cargo box in it, but it's just a beginner ship. And in fact, my light cargo ship is sitting there too. It depends on, you know, I got used to flying in the small ship, the smallest ship, because you are going to crash, you are going to burn normal scrap. With tier 1 scrap, it takes forever. So you have to at least use tier 2 scrap. Or the wings alone to take it out. One wing will take an hour to repair with tier 1 scrap. It just takes forever. And, you know, so I learned to fly on the little ship, and then when I got that down, then I started making bigger ships. Because flying in this game is different. Especially on the moons. There's no gravity, there's no atmosphere, so everything your ship will do on Sanctuary, you take it to one of the moons around Sanctuary, and the first thing you're going to do is crash it into the ground, because there is no atmosphere, you have no lift. You have to get used to using your vertical boosters like they can be used, but it takes practice. You know? But the first thing you do when you go to a moon, besides Sanctuary, is you're going to crash your ship into the planet. You're going to do it. Because you just don't realize, first of all, especially if it's dark out, if you're on the dark side, because you can't even see the ground. And the first thing that happens is you crash your ship, and now you got a hassle of trying to get back to it. Get real good at landing on Sanctuary, you know what I mean? So you can come in real easy and stuff before you try landing on the moon. Now you can practice on Alioth, fly to Alioth, because it's got an atmosphere, and your ship will probably have atmospheric lift. Everybody makes them that way. Although I tried one just vertical G lift, and it was doable. The trouble is my skills are so low, it took so much fuel to get it into space with vertical lifts, like turning these atmospheric engines, turning them vertical instead of horizontal like this. You can create lift. You don't actually need airfoils. Trouble is, it takes a whole lot of fuel. And in the time I got there, it was out of fuel. So I scrapped that until my skill points get really good. And fuel conservation. Because I just burn through fuel in a hurry. But it works, and you can do it. You don't need a wing on your ship to get it into space. It's just that it's the most economical way. You know. Now on the moons, you can do it because there's very little gravity on the small moons. I mean, we're talking fraction of what's on the Sanctuary moon. So it's easy to make vertical ships that do that. You know, take off on the moons. It's just not so easy to do once you have high Gs. And we're not burning too much fuel. I just have 10% throttle. We're accelerating. Now I'm going to have to lose all that speed when I get them up here, of course. Hell, I'm going to have to brake it 50 kilometers away. I mean 50 SU away to get it slowed down. It ain't going to slow down quick, I can tell you that. Yeah, if you're going to make your first one, remember, don't worry about it getting it in space yet. Leave room for the engines, but don't worry about it. Get it where it flies in the atmosphere. You see what I'm saying? And then worry about punching it into space. A lot of people try to do everything at once, and it gets them confused. What happens is once you reach a certain altitude on the sanctuary moon, once you reach about 43,000 meters altitude, your atmospheric engines cut out and your space engines cut in. And a lot of people don't have enough thrust when it switches, so they fall back to the planet. I mean, they'll get to the switch where the atmosphere engines cut out, but see, as soon as they cut out, that means you've lost your lift from your wings because you're out, you're in thin air. So you have to have enough space engines to overcome it, for them to throttle up, and overcome. Then you got to get away. And even though you get in space, you're still not away from the planet. You have to get out of the gravity well. If you get in space and you cut your thrust, you're still in the gravity, you're going to fall back to the planet. And it sucks you right back. I mean, make no mistake about it. Interesting physics. I mean, it's spaceships act like spaceships. Now, airplanes don't act like airplanes. I mean, they do, but they don't. But spaceships definitely act like spaceships. Momentum it has a big factor when you're flying. You can't cut thrust and think you're going to slow down. It's not going to happen. That's why you got to use your retro brakes and stuff, or you got to flip your ship 180 degrees, burn your thrusters, because all that momentum it plays into factor in space, and it does in this game. Yeah, these spaceships don't fly like any other game I've ever played. And there's a bunch of space games I haven't played, but most of them, the spaceships fly like airplanes. And they just don't do that here. Which is cool, you get used to it. It's challenging. Wonder if there's a limit to actually how fast you can go in this game. Wonder if there's a physical limit, or it's just the limit of your thrust. Because I got a long way to go. I don't want to waste the fuel, or I'd just burn up, and we'll wait to see if we. But it ain't gonna do me no good to get there and be out of fuel. Because I got to turn around and come back.
Makes me wonder about ship combat. No wonder you'll need a crew.
Well,
one YouTuber said about 3.5K was max.
Yeah, see, I have no idea what it is. But see, that's it. If you're, I don't really see little fighter craft being all that efficient, even trying to hit somebody. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be damn hard to hit a little fighter craft. And aim it too. I mean, you can swivel around all you want to, but you're not going to change direction easily without a lot of vertical and lateral thrusters. I mean, motors on it. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, I can see where space combat's going to be for the big boys. Like you said, people pilot, and then you have gunners. And you're going to, it'd be a whole lot easier to hit a big ship than it would be a little ship. I just, the control, I don't know. I haven't done any PvP, even in alpha, so I don't know. I haven't tried to shoot anybody, but I'm thinking it ain't going to be easy. Yeah, I haven't ventured into PvP space yet, so I haven't played with the guns and the ammo and all that stuff. It's just I don't have any points in it. Some of these guys, they jumped right in. First thing they did was build up their PvP points. Yeah, I don't want nothing to do with those people. They're gonna hurt me. But it'll be interesting. Like, I wouldn't want to have to try and shoot somebody in this ship. I doubt if I put guns on it, I doubt I could hit them. Like I say, I can see where you'd have to have both lateral and vertical engines so you can strafe. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, it would be interesting, and maybe you can make retro brakes. No, retro brakes won't act that way. They pretty much brake in all directions in this game, the way they're set up. So they don't really give you thrust; they just give you brake. Although I can see where they'd be usable, to stop your momentum. And like I say, I've made vertical. This one has vertical thrust on it for landing on moons, low gravity worlds, and my other one does too. But I haven't added any lateral thrust or reverse thrust as far as that goes. None of my ships will fly backwards, which you'd only want to do in space. But I could see docking at a space station. You really would need you would need 5 to 6 degrees of movement, wouldn't you? That's what I'm thinking. Coming up, landing on a space station, you would probably need, especially if they got landing bays, landing pads on them, or whatever you have. I would think you'd need 6-degree control. But I don't know. It will be interesting to see. Now, see, I would be interested in making a faster ship, but it would have to be bigger than this. Because, well, I may have a little room inside. I could probably put in some more space tanks. But then I'd add weight, so that would slow it down in the atmosphere. I think the key is to have ships that transit really well between space and atmosphere, to shuttle, and then have a really nice cargo ship to go between places that you could shuttle. I mean, I can't imagine how much thrust I would have to say I put in a large container, which is about double of what a medium carries. I can't imagine how much lift I would have to create to get a full large container into space. I mean, it took some doing to get this medium into space when it's full. I mean, I had a lot of failures, and it worked just fine empty, but boy, as soon as it had a load in it, I mean, when I started, the first time I loaded it up, it wouldn't even get off the ground. Wouldn't even, the boosters wouldn't even lift it off the ground. And it had no trouble when it was empty.
Well, work tomorrow, so I'm gonna get off here. Good luck with that mining.
Yeah, like I say, we might even get there tonight. We might just might go part way. We're about 50 SU into this flight. I didn't really think I didn't know it was going to be this long until I lined it up. Thought, holy shit! And you have fun at work tomorrow. I know you will.
Good night.
Good night, Doug. Take care. Long way to go. Yeah, we might not get here tonight. We might get here tomorrow. That might be a fact. Out where you're at. And when you're in a ship like this, you're out in space, you just log back into the ship at where you're at, your location. You're just dead in space. You're not still moving. You got to fire back up, get it rolling again. I noticed the warp trails here get longer as you go faster. You notice it looking different than when we started the stream, as our speed slowly increasing. I don't know. I think Doug said, one of the YouTubers said 35 was the max speed. And I could get up there pretty quick, but I just don't want to waste the fuel to do it. I don't know what all I'm going to use. And though I brought extra with me, I didn't bring that much extra. But yeah, you need to get your speed up there, I guess. If you want to, like I say, double the speed would be better. I just, till I get an idea of how much fuel it's going to take, I really don't want to waste any. Because I won't be making any at the destination. I do not have a chemical creator here. Now, people have been asking me what's the difference between military and normal and safe. Freight engines, the freight engines, they are more fuel efficient. Military have more thrust. So there is a difference between the different space engines of the same size. I mean, people think, well, what's the difference? Well, there are. Some of it's hit points. Safe engines, harder to destroy. Military have more thrust. Freight engines are more economical. So there is a difference. And I'm actually running military spec on this. For the space engines, I'm just running standard spec for the Atma engines, but space engines are military spec ones. Trying to get all the thrust out of it I could. Once so it would punch out of gravity quicker, easier. I think the difference in thrust is what, 100,000 a motor, so that's quite a bit of difference. Quite a bit. Well, you know, since I got all the time in the world here, I could stop and watch a YouTube video. But I'm going to go refill my drink here, go out in the kitchen and get some ice and stuff. I'll be back. It ain't like I got to worry about running into anything. number 97 SU. Well, we're right there. Yeah. I have no idea how far out. Gonna have to start braking. Something tells me a long way. Start maybe 20K. Yeah. Oh. Yep, we're just moving right along. Yep, the trails definitely change as you go faster. They're getting wider now, brighter, longer. Very interesting. Wow, that was a bright one. To say it was 160 when we started, so we're not quite halfway. Not quite halfway. We're moving along. God, and there's planet. This is really planets. Not. I mean, there's some that are really far away. Jesus. Now, when I go back, I will probably go ahead and burn a little heavier if I have, depending on how much fuel I use going. And I have some fuel in this that I can put in them, so I'll probably get away with worried about cranking it up to max speed. We get to 80, I'll be halfway, and it'll give me an idea of what I can get range-wise. We're actually doing pretty good. I'll kick it up 10%. We'll see what happens here. just to see if we can get it to max speed here without wasting too much fuel. Would like to get there over 60% capacity. Yep, I'm stopped. We're about half, not quite halfway, and we burned 25% of our fuel. So at 80, we'll be halfway. Coming up on the halfway mark. And I can see our trajectory. We're going to miss the planet by a little bit, but that's a good thing because that'll give me time to figure out how long it's going to take me to break this thing down into speed I can enter an atmosphere. In fact, I probably ought to check kind of gravity this thing's got. Oh, it's only half a G, so it's not too bad. But we're here looking for chromite, and we're going to look for pyrite while we're here. 5 safe zone altitude limit. 500 kilometers. So 5 Gs is not much. As you can see, we'll go back to Alioth and we're almost 1.0 G. So, what is sanctuary? Oh, it's not going to tell us it's an even 1. Alright. Mattis out here. Don't know what that material is. Has to be a tier 3 or better. Once again, light G's though, so alright. So not a whole lot of gravity on this planet. Go ahead back 10% here. We'll still increase speed. We're over halfway. We're starting to knock it out pretty good at this speed. On the way back, we'll worry about seeing it pushing it to max speed. Half G. True. What does true atmosphere mean? Means it has one, right? I'm taking that's what it means. Take this what it means. Well, see, safe zone altitude limit here is 500, so that's the same. See, some of these planets are way out there. It's telling me my true distance from Thades. This is where we came from, or the sanctuary moon there. Not exactly, we didn't come off Alioth. Let's see, these are long way away. We'll eventually check them all out. Eventually. Uh-oh, getting spooky music. Look out, we're gonna die. now have a kitty helper. We're about 8,000 for max speed. So we'll reach it when we go back. I'm more interested in knowing how much fuel I need. Didn't want to push it. Long way to go to run out of fuel. And I checked the prices here for fuel, for space fuel, and it ain't cheap. 215 credits a unit. That's high dollar. Start braking at 20 SU. I have no idea how long it's going to brake us. It's going to take me to brake down to a reasonable speed to approach the planet. As you can see, we are going to come off the planet coming in, so I don't have to worry about hitting it too fast. We'll just change trajectory and come back in from a different angle of the dangle. Better safe than sorry. Planet only has a half G of gravity. Doesn't mean when the atmosphere starts. It says it does have an atmosphere. But this plane ought to have all kinds of lift going in there to have G in an atmosphere. Probably won't want to land. At least we're over halfway. That's something. I am going to claim a territory on this planet while I'm here. Just because I can. And I'm going to put up a couple refiners to refine the Tier 2 ore. So when I go back, I'm just going to be carrying the ore. I mean the metal bars. I'm not going to be carrying the ore. That way I can actually save a little weight. That is my plan. And I could just pack up everything and take it with me when I leave. I'll have to think about it. I doubt if I'll be making this trip. Well, I'll be making this trip every time I need this ore, won't I? Closest one. So I guess there really is no sense in me packing the stuff up. It's still in the safe zone for now, so don't have to worry about somebody blowing the shit up. I say for now because we do not know what areas will be in safe zone and what areas will not be yet. But the issue is clicking off. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Obviously not. Hell, I could be reading a book. Goodness. Yep, I could be reading a book, watching a movie. do have quite a bit of braking power, so I'm going to bring it down to 20 before I worry about slowing it down. And since we're not aimed directly at the planet, even if I don't get it slowed down in time, we're not going to hit nothing. Better safe than sorry. This ship is a pain in the ass to repair. Plus, if I do screw up, I'm going to wind back up on sanctuary mode. Because it will destroy the ship. Then I'll have to find a way to get back out here and repair it to fly it back. And though I do have other ships, still hard to fly more than one at a time. So hopefully I won't do anything too stupid. Yeah, they could be tired. Yeah, I've never traveled farther than, what is it, 8 SU before? 8? Yeah. That's been my big distance there, so. Yeah, check that out. Damn it. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? We're about 6,000 from top speed in the game. This planet has what, 2 moons? 2? I think it's got 2 moons. You can actually pick them out now. I can see them. More SU and we'll begin our braking procedures. See how long at this speed it'll take us to slow the damn thing down. Very important to be able to slow it down. Yeah, I can easily reach top speed, still have plenty of fuel for this trip. Probably round trip fuel. Gives me an idea of what it's going to take me to get to the other planets. Will give me an idea. This is a desert world. I haven't ever been on a desert world. Guess they're trying to tell me it's going to be hot. But I'm in my trusty nano suit, so I got nothing to worry about. Well, we're going to get here. I don't know if we're going to get here in one piece, but we are going to get here. It's spitting distance now. All right, I'm gonna get out of the throttle. Start hitting the brake. See how long it takes to slow this puppy down. But we got a lot of braking to do here. See, we do have a few brakes on this thing. But it's going to take us a long while to slow down at this speed. I don't know how long it's going to take. But we're probably going to have to pass. 20 was probably not enough. Probably should have started braking another 30. I don't think we are going to get anywhere near getting out of warp before we get within a certain distance. Yeah, see, we've only slowed down 2,000 and 4 SU. Yeah, we're going to go past this planet. See, I knew there was a good reason we weren't aimed at it. Knew there was a good reason. So we started at 20. So depending on how far we go past it, we may have to start at 40. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to go plumb by it. We might get under 20,000. We're not going to get much past it. So in 20 SU, say 10,000 speed. Well, no, we're not going to get 10,000 speed. We were at 28. We have slowed down 4,000. So there you have it. We are a little over 28. Yeah. And me changing direction is doing nothing. We're still heading the same direction. So you can tell by the way arrow. Yeah, it looks like we're going to slow down about 8,000 in 10 SU. Maybe a little more. Can we get 10,000 slowed down in 10 SU? No. Looks like about 9. So at that high speed, we're looking at about 9,000 drop in speed over 10 SU. Yeah, we're not quite going to get to 10. Close to 10, though. So 10 for 10? Okay, we'll figure 10 for 10. So yeah, we're going to need to slow down at 35 SU minimum. 40 would be the safer bet. Although we are slowing down faster, the slower speed we go, it looks like. Maybe. See the two moons there? We're not going to visit those on this trip anyway. Yeah, she's slowing down faster as we break the speed down, so. We might be able to start breaking at 35 and have room to spare. Probably 40 if we're on target, so there aren't no mistakes. Hard to target from that far away, though. So the odds are pretty good we're not going to ever get it targeted. And roughly we burn 35% of our fuel coming out. It's not too shabby. Of course, part of the reason we're not closing the distance to the planet is we're just about to pass it up. Even though I'm pointed at it, you can see by the directional arrow, the green arrow, we got vectors on. We're not heading toward the planet. We won't be able to until I get her stopped. Then we'll come back in. But now we're about the distance between the sanctuary moon and Alioth. So this would be a normal flight for me. Yeah, if I break early, I have to change my trajectory. I think 40 SU would be a good place to start breaking until I get a lot braver. Yep. That's what I'm thinking. Poor retro brakes are getting a workout. And if I had reversing thrusters, it'd probably just be a waste of fuel. Finally came out of warp. And I don't know if if we call that warp or not. I really don't know how that works. direction. So we will find out what it's like coming in on this planet. No, I'm in no big hurry to die here. I'm a long way from my resurrection node. Doesn't mean I won't die anyway, but I am going to limit it to possibility as much as I can. I mean, at a half a G, the planet ought to be easy to land on. Ought to be. The moons aren't so easy, but there's no atmosphere. This is supposed to have an atmosphere, so we'll have lift. We'll see. We shall see. Don't know what we're getting into. I think most moons with no atmosphere will probably be pretty similar. Gravity will be the big adjuster. High gravity, no atmosphere would probably suck. Yeah, that might be a little difficult. I bet you have to check to see what the planets are, no doubt about it, to be smart. Say this, but we don't know what type of atmosphere, I guess. Does it make a difference? I would think it does. Well, we're not dead yet. It's always a plus. Traveling that fast just getting here, now this seems really slow. Before I thought, yeah, this is a decent approach speed, but now it just seems really slow. Planet doesn't appear to be all that big, size-wise. Cats are carrying on. Damn, I thought that was a planet coming at me for a second. That's just shadow, I guess. Or is it? That's kind of scary, wasn't it? I could have swore I had something coming at me. Ah! Well, that's just weird. That was just weird. Killer thrust. We're not going to gain that much more speed in 3SU. Or we're not going to lose that much either. Well, we're getting some really weird graphical crap. It's supposed to be a shadow. Do, do, do. The music stopped. It's trying to kill us. That's what it is. Nice of it to try to hold at a steady speed here. Well, there it went. Now it's starting to click up. I spoke too soon. Yeah, I don't think the planet's very big. Mass-wise. Well, normally I get 0.5 and I have to really worry about speed, but I'm not sure how big this planet is. So first time I've approached it, so we're gonna take it cautious, I think. Gonna take speed down once we reach 1 SU. I don't know where the waypoint markers, it could be on the other side of the planet for all I know. And we're a lot closer than I think we are. But I'm not trying to prolong the descent too long. I'm just not brave enough to go throwing myself in there and taking a risk of crashing this far away from my nodes. But you might crash anyway, you know. You never know. Sometimes I do stupid things. Well, we haven't found a gravity well yet. Smart guy would go to the light side and get down on the surface, or some of these shadows are real dark, dark, dark. Yeah, sure. As soon as I get brave, I'll get a surprise. I think maybe it's safe to say the waypoints on this side of the planet. Surely. Well, good speed on Sanctuary and Alley off. You hit the atmosphere is 1100. Now, I don't know if that's going to hold true here. Probably kind of, it's got, I don't know what the atmosphere is like. Had less atmosphere, we could get in faster. I just don't want to risk it. Nor do I know when we're going to pick up gravity, which probably 0.5 would be my guess. But I don't want to get carried away rushing down there. But I'm guessing 0.5 where we'll start getting some gravity. I'm a guessing. I surely don't know. wasn't such a chicken shit. Okay, within kilometers. Huh. It's gonna be like landing on a moon. Maybe like landing on the moon at 0.5 Gs. Says it has atmosphere, but doesn't say what it's like. So I guess we'll know if the atmospheric engines kick in, right? Untried, untested world. Even I'm getting impatient. Still no altimeter. No recording of gravity. And I think we're a lot closer down there than you think we are. I think it is looking like there's not going to be any aerodynamic lift. Come on. Thinking we're going to have no lift here. Okay, there we go. A little gravity. atmospheric thrust, we should be through. Are we through the, still got thrust. Damn it. Space engines are off. Wow, 20,000 and we have lift? Holy shit. Okay, that's different. Usually got to get down, what, 5,000 or so before you get lift? Circle around here. Try to. Come on. What the hell is sea level? Jesus Christ. Oh, they're taking the bottom of something that's... Like gravity is different, I will say that. Altimeter is useless. Purely visual here, guys. It is worthless. It says we're 13,000 feet and we ain't. does appear VTOL works all right. Yeah, this is not a very big planet, obviously. You know, and actually it just doesn't matter where we land. Because that waypoint means absolutely nothing. Okay, we are on a new planet. And they got lots of rocks. Well, we knew that, right? Really ought to be in the center. Would be nice. Whoops, stop. Well, that's close enough, I guess. Okay. See, landing gear on there. Whoa, low gravity. Aren't you braking here? Oh, low gravity Earth. I gotta remember that. Well, where's the damn marker? Didn't go that far, did I? It's not going to show up yet. Not going to show up yet. course it ain't. Alright, well. Pretty sure that's what we got on this world. Pyrite, hematite, chromite, that's all we got. Something up on the surface there. Probably quartz. Well, let's take a dig. See what we find on this strange world. Now I have all the tier 1 ores off, so it's going to take a while before we see anything about it. Oh, don't need the light on, do we? But we do need it for the scale. Yeah, I would imagine we're going to have to get 300-400 feet. Got a reading. Not sooner than I thought. It says we're only 13.4 feet above. Yeah, this is going to be fun mining. This planet's screwed up. Yeah, this is... Planet's screwed up. This is probably chromite. Yes, it is. probably should wait till I get the, already got the hole started. Yeah, this planet's going to take away a lot of our tools that we use to mine with. We're not going to be able to judge how far down we are. Now, I would think this would be easier on this planet because we have no graphics compared. Whoops. I forgot to stop and just let go. It's out here somewhere. Why can't I see it? There it popped up. Put the boxes in the middle of the thing so I get the longest reach all over the place. Air brakes don't work good on this planet. I can tell you that. Not a biggie. I don't know if it'll let me put down a cord yet. Nope. Okay, I'm going to take a short break here. I'm going to go get more drink and stuff while I'm waiting for the timer to go down. should have marked that hole. Don't tell me I'm out of core usage. There it is. Whoops. Wait a minute, cancel. Let's put it down a little bit. Whoops. Should have marked the hole. Okay. I mean no target found. I want to dig a hole. Well, where'd it go? I didn't put it down that damn far. I just put it down one click, for God's sake. I need to collect this. Okay now. Where the hell did it go? Oh, come on now. I just put it barely under the surface, one click. You're just trying to be a pain in the ass. Well, when all else fails, fades. Where the hell's the marker? 8 meters. What do I do? Just miss it? No. Wow, that was one click and it went down that far. Oh, come on now. Huh. And now it didn't mark properly. What's going on here? Oh, you know what it is. It's there. But it's not showing up without me leaving the it's there, but it's not letting the server is. I'm gonna have to log out and back in. Is exactly what it is, because it's there. It's just the server is. Oh hell! What the hell? Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back. It's getting late here. But that's what it is. The server's not updating. It's there. It is actually there. It's just. There are bugs, by the way. I'm sitting here chasing something that's invisible because the server's not updating it. I put it in. See, the marker says it's there. It is there. I can't even access it to turn it on, the grid on, so yeah, I'm wasting my time. Now let's see if I can find the hole while we're got a few minutes here. I'll mark it with some dirt here, maybe. Ah, look at this. Son of a gun. Found it. Thank God it wasn't a rough territory. What do you mean not enough material? I collected it. Oh, I have to. How about now? There. Being there's just a hole out in the middle of nowhere, and it's already got a... There, now I can find it. That's the purpose. Now I can find the hole. It's marked. I could bookmark it, but yeah. We're not going to that much trouble. Now we're going to delete all this shit. We don't want all this sand and stuff. And what I'll do is I will install the refiners and the containers, and I'll link to them. So I'll have, when I come back in tomorrow, when I mine, it'll go right into the refiners and start processing. So while I'm digging, I'm actually getting the bars instead of the ore. I don't have to take the ore back. Save myself some weight. But yeah, it's there. It's just the server. When I log in tomorrow, it'll have it fixed. Yeah, such is life. Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and call it quits here for tonight, guys. Thanks everybody for watching. Make a fool out of myself. You know, I'm really good at that. And we'll see everybody later. Have a good one.